Welcome back. As you've seen over the past month or so, we've been taking a look at things in our industry that have helped the sport. Things that are, in a word, good for racing.
Sure.
We take a look at a security guard at Santa Anita who's been there a long time and has had an indelible effect on many people's lives, especially one girl in particular. Scott Hazelton with more of what is good for racing.
The paddock on a big race day is always crowded with fans of all ages, trying to get an up-close look at the horses. It's an exciting place to be, but it can also be one of the most dangerous. At Santa Anita Park on March 12, 2011, a 3-year-old gelding named Sea and Sage got away from his handler and bolted, on instinct, straight for the stables and directly toward a little 5-year-old girl named Roxy Key.
I shouted to everybody, please clear, there's a loose horse on its way, you better clear. Everybody ran. When I looked down, the little girl was still standing there. She didn't know what was going on. The only course I had was to get her out of the way. I knew I was going to get hit, but I didn't care, I wanted to get her out of the way. So I pushed her out of the way, and the second after I pushed her out of the way, the horse hit me.
Miraculously, the little girl was relatively unharmed, but the 90-year-old Shear sustained several injuries and was hospitalized for 7 weeks. To this day, he keeps in touch with Roxy's family.
Always we're in touch with them. We get pictures from them all the time, phone calls from all the time, and we always get together. We go out to lunches every once in a while.
John Shear is still the paddock captain at Santa Anita. With a lifetime in the sport as a jockey, trainer, and paddock supervisor, his legacy is largely defined by his actions that day in 2011. For putting little Roxy's safety above his own, John Shear is good for racing.
Amazing story, and hats off to John Shear. And you see him every day. We're out at Santa Anita, every single day.
Well, first of all, just anybody who's working in their 90s is good for whatever profession they're part of. So well done just to be working in your 90s, and seems to have that energy about him. And he is a security guard. But that being said, situations like that where the complete unexpected happens. I mean, 99.9% of us.
So there he is, and there's a little girl. He pushes her out of the way, and that horse would have hit her without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, God forbid it actually had hit her. I mean, the extent of the injuries, there's just no telling what she could have suffered there. And he saved her life. There's no exaggeration about it. She's a 6-year-old girl with a 1,200-pound thoroughbred at full speed running at her.
Yeah, and I guess when you share an experience like that John and Roxy shared from a few years ago, I mean, you're going to keep in touch. You heard John say that he'll be talking to Roxy and see how she's doing and keeping tabs on her the remainder of his life. So that's a relationship that obviously incredible bonding from being in a horrific situation from a couple of years back, and John Shear saving, putting her life before his own, saving her life. And it's amazing that at his age too, he was able to recover in the manner in which he did from being trampled by that horse.
Very scary moment, but hats off to John Shear. It truly is good for the game.